last time out I said that we would head on out to Bryce. But then I found this video. We're doing Zion twice. Welcome back to My Travel Window, where we help you go as far as you can while you can. I said after our last video that we would start the rest of the journey around our 1,000-mile loop to 6 national parks and 7 total parks. But something came up between then and now. I found a video of a drive that we actually took into Zion Park. We went there 2 days while we were in Arizona, and one of those 2 days I put a GoPro camera on the front of my truck, and the video you're going to see today, I'm going to narrate, is our trip into the park. And what this will show is what you can see from the truck. It will show the tunnel and where the tunnel is, and it will also help you get a feel for the parking situation within the park. So what this is a time-lapse video. So it's a rapid trip through the park. Let's do it. Let me start with a map to orient you to what we're going to see. There are 2 driving roads into the park. The lesser known one is Kolob Canyons, here at the northwest edge of the park. We have not been there. The second and most well-known one is the section we're going to see shortly. This 12-mile section of highway, shown in red, is a primary reason that Zion is famous. There are pullouts along the road, but essentially it's a no exit, no parking expressway. If you want to explore the park on foot, you need to park your vehicle at the south entrance and take the shuttle into the park. It's a hop-on, hop-off shuttle, leaving from and returning to the south entrance. It stops at several points along this blue line. You can get on or off at any stop, check out the area, then ride back to your vehicle. Trails start from points along this route. The red road looks innocuous, right? Here's a better view of what the 12-mile road really looks like. It's a good road, but narrow, curvy, and filled with surprises around every corner. Buckle up. We start here at the east entrance. If your vehicle is oversized, as ours was, this is where you pay the extra fee to go single file through the tunnel. You'll notice we didn't require a pilot car on this day, but the access is carefully proctored. There are actually 2 tunnels, the first one shorter and doesn't require single file. We pulled over at the first viewpoint within the park. There will be scenic turnouts about every mile or so along the route. We actually have some good pictures from this turnout, but we didn't realize that the pictures along the way would be far more beautiful than this one. As we work our way along the road, you'll notice several things. First, the day was cloudy, and I apologize. Later on there'll be some sprinkles, and you'll see the wipers come into the frame of view. You can see the road is narrow, it is rocky, it's a good road, quite curvy. You're going to have to pay attention a lot. You'll notice places like this where it goes through where it's really close on both sides. There's another turnout as we pass. What you're going to see as we move along here is that cars will park almost anywhere along this road, anywhere that they can find an inch to park. So you need to pay attention all the time. There will also be pedestrians walking along on very close to where people are driving. I'll stop the video at this point to illustrate what happens if you see something on the other side of the road. As we came by this point, we saw people rushing by with cameras on the other side of the road, realized there were likely animals to be photographed. but there was not enough room to reach the pullout from our side of the road, and there were only a handful of places to turn around. So we drove ahead, found one of those places, turned around to take these pictures that you saw in the last video. We then had to continue on back towards the entrance into which we came until we could turn around again. It added perhaps 3 or 4 miles to our journey, but I'll proceed here as if we didn't stop. I'll also let my mountain sheet be the spokesman to remind you to please subscribe and like our videos. Thank you. As you can see, in the time we took to turn around and see the site and then turn around again, the day turned decidedly more rainy. Here's the first tunnel. It's a short tunnel, and you come out the other side. And now we're working our way up towards the second tunnel. I'll pause when we get there and describe a little bit of what's happening. This is the famous tunnel, which has the one-way access. What they did with the tunnel, because the tunnel is so long, a mile long, and not lighted throughout, what they've done is actually cut windows, or skylights if you will, periodically through. So we're going to enter this tunnel, it's going to go dark, and then you're going to see flashes of light. And if you'll notice, what those are windows the size of a vehicle that you can look out. You get just a brief glimpse of the mountain outside. Okay, here we go. Takes a minute for my lights to recognize that it's time to turn on in the darkness. We're driving down the middle line. Here's one of those windows. I drive along again. It does feel a little claustrophobic. There's another of the windows. And now you break out the other side and it looks like you're in a whole different park. Everything is suddenly more majestic. Instead of driving next to little mounds, you're all of a sudden driving next to huge mountains. And sometimes they're looming right on top of you, and sometimes they're a picturesque distance ahead. This is the most scenic part of the drive right here. I can't wait to get back here and have another view of this without raindrops in the way. We're now most of the way along the route, and we're going to come in a little bit to the turnoff that goes to the canyon where you catch the shuttle. And this canyon has scenes like this at every stop. You'll have mountains on the two sides, and the river, the Virgin River that runs through the middle of the canyon, is actually just a small stream. But it's a picturesque. So now we're coming to the part where all the shuttles operate, and so I'm going to take a detour through the road here. You can see there is some little parking. Those are the shuttles that people take. You can see there's a lot of them, and they hold quite a few people at a time. What we're going to do now is come out the south entrance of the park. We're going to get to the edge of the park. I'm going to go past the entrance, and then we're going to come to the small town of Springdale, and this is where you're going to catch the shuttle. That is Zion National Park in 12 miles.